part two of cow's milk. Also, I wanted to say, it just cracks me up being in front of the camera. It really does. All right, pasteurization, we keep talking about that. Low forms of life. Now, in the 1970s, before my time, there was a such thing as cattle mutilation, where cows in the Midwest and everywhere were being destroyed. Parts of them were missing, surgically removed by something like udders or ears and mouths, jaws, tails, all like that. Inner particles also, intestines, hearts, were also surgically removed by something that occurred during the night, and the farmers would find out the next morning. Now, you know that my theory is that we're made from the genus of extraterrestrials or aliens, if you want to call them that. So I'm figuring that if they had cattle mutilations in the 1970s, this is what UFOs like, or aliens like to ingest particles of cows, and that we are created, if you want to believe that, by aliens. Is there a close correlation to them eating raw cows, parts of raw cows, cattle mutilation, and us drinking cow's milk? Is there a correlation between the two? And when did this start? When did we start ingesting cow's milk in lieu of breast milk? And why do we need milk in the first place? Does it do a body good? I think not. It doesn't really do anything, really. Now, when I was a kid, I couldn't take breast milk, so I had formula. Now, I don't know exactly what formula is formulated from, but I never took breast milk. So I'm mutually exclusive, I guess you could say. But anyway, so again, write in the descriptions, let me know what's going on with cow's milk, when we started as a people, as human race, drinking cow's milk. It had to be, wow, so far back in history that none of us can remember. I think the French started out in essence with goat's milk. I really think they start with goat's milk and then they went on to cow's milk. But when did we, as a human race, start ingesting cow's milk? And what age was it decided that we were supposed to go from breast milk to mother's milk? Now, I understand if you had a wet nurse, like in China, the royalty before the Second World War, I'm sorry, Japan, before the Second World War, the emperor had a wet nurse. In other words, he went from his mother, who probably could not produce milk, to a woman who was his surrogate mother, who produced milk. So he had a wet nurse, and he kept that wet nurse way too long. They had to drum her out of the Forbidden City. But anyway, I understand that. I understand if you have a surrogate mother and she's able to give you breast milk. So you're going from human to human, but going from human to cow or goat, I don't get that. And when did we have the concept that we could do that? Basically, it's the same. If we take cat's milk or dog's milk, it's the same as drinking, and pasteurize it, it's the same as drinking cow's milk. Why don't we do that? There was a commercial on